You were listening to WLFR Pomona here on the campus of Stockton University. It is the 9 o'clock hour, and you are listening to The Light, powered by AtlanticCityFocus.com. We are here with Jerome Page, who is running for City Council, 2nd Ward in the city of Pleasantville. Okay, so I got a text that says, basically, I'm going to paraphrase it. He's happy with the growth of Latino businesses in the city of Pleasantville, but he sees a steady decline in the number of black businesses. Anything you'd like to say about that?
Well, I could just say for the Latino community, they are very active, and they're active in the city of Pleasantville, their businesses. But one thing about them, they support themselves. I've been into the supermarket there on I believe that is Decatur Avenue and Main Street, and they do very good business with everybody. It's not just a Latino, it's everybody, okay? Now the other district, the other people that are in business, not necessarily black business, but it's just business itself, for some reason there's no ear to them. The council's not listening to them. They're not hearing them. We talked about Miller. He's a chiropractor, and he's very active on Facebook. He's very active to try to explain to people what the spine does and what problems you have with it. And I'm sure his business is booming. I mean, he's has that opportunity.
Right.
And he's one that do go to the business meetings with the mayor. Okay.
Right.
And so I'm not saying that anything about that, but I can say that anyone that applies now, they go through so much red tape that they actually turn around and say, listen, I'll go to another city. Now that could be black, that could be white, that could be any color, but they're just not getting the support they need from the city council.
Okay, and before we have to get into some public service announcements. I don't know how long you can stay, but this will be my last question before we break for public service announcements.
Right.
I got another text here that says, I hear what he's saying about the revitalization of parks, but we in the city of Pleasantville also need a combination of city-sponsored events with citizen participation. We also need a better way of promoting this information to the public. A lot of times people don't know what resources are available.
That is correct. And that's why I said transparency and communication is the key to my election this year. We go to city council meetings. They have the agenda. The agenda is very light in explaining what is just getting ready to be voted on and approved. And when the person comes up to ask the question, I need more information on this item here, you have the attorney that responds that, well, it's just this and that, and we'll come back later with something more. It's like, we just cover it up, and, when you come back next meeting, we'll have more for you. But wait a minute, you have an agenda already ready. And you have it listed with a little paragraph of what that item is they're getting ready to vote on, what it is. But if it's not clarified, it's not clear, especially if you have a couple council people that have a question of why didn't we know this? Why didn't we know that the vote was going to come on to raise our salaries as council people? Why didn't we, I'm a sitting council person. And she said, I got to vote no on this because we never had conversation to it. Okay? Those are the things that have to change in when you talk about transparency. Let us know the whole story. Let us know why you're going for a public safety director. You know, when you have a problem with your chief of police right now, you know, you're in court. Why all bring up these other issues that you really don't have to spend time on, and spend time on things that need to be changed now? Okay.
Okay.
The council person says, wait a minute, what is attached to this job description? Where is the job description? How much money are we talking about? Who's going to fill the job? Is it going to replace the chief of police and the fire department? What is it? And this is being talked about when they get ready to vote to approve to go further with the public safety position. Okay, so those are the things that are happening.
Okay, so I'm not in the know, and maybe I need to invite Judy Ward to come in so I can be in the know. Is that up for a vote that they want to replace the chief of police with the public safety director, or elevate somebody to public safety director along or up under the chief of police?
No, none of that's up for a vote, but what is up for a vote is to pass the job description of the safety public director. Okay, now everything else, we should be talking about that whole situation. You know, are we going to replace? Or none of that is talked about. What's talked about is we want to approve this to go to a certain entity to find out, can we do this? You know, but wait a minute. Every time an attorney takes on a case, something like that, that's hourly pay for that attorney. Okay? You're paying for that. What I'm saying is use the money that you pay for the attorney to fight issues for you, but not for issues that are not in any type of question right now. You know? You have a problem with the chief of police, deal with it.
Right. Okay. All right. Also, in regards to the question about public events and community events, I do want to send a shout out to Jackie Amato Belton, who has worked with myself and several other people I know to do and sponsor community events out of the city of Pleasantville for a number of years. The time is 9:08. If you are due at work by 10 o'clock, you have about 50 minutes to get to work. Okay, Mr. Page, can you stay with us a little while longer? What's your time look like?
I have at 9:30. I have to.
Oh, you have a 9:30? Okay, so here's what we're going to do.
But I'd like to come back.
We will give you the opportunity to come back, and let me make this announcement. We want to talk to all of the candidates, be they Republican, be they Democrat, be they independent. We are here Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on the campus of Stockton University in Galloway, 91.7 WLFR. We also have election coverage at www.atlanticcityfocus.com. So we'll work it out behind the scenes on when you can come back. I do want to talk to you about housing. I'm not going to ask you about that now because it'll probably take too much, but I will put this in your ear for next time.
Yes.
Tim Alexander was here yesterday, and I said, I'll say it again, I'm going to say this to every candidate who comes here.
Right.
I can go to Walmart and get a box, put it out in that parking lot, and tell people with a straight face, I'm renting that house as a duplex. I'm renting that box as a duplex for $2,000 a month. And as long as that continues to happen, we're going to have serious problems, and we're running into a very dangerous place with that type of thinking.
Yes.
So when you come back, the first thing I want to ask you is, how do we solve the housing problem?
Okay.
But with that said and done, I'm going to give the last word to you. Thank you, Jerome Page, for coming by, and I'll give you the last word.
Well, I want to thank you also for giving me this time. Just want to let everybody know on Friday the 16th, we're having a voters registration drive. The deadline for voting in the primary or the general election is the 20th of this month. I believe it's on a Tuesday. And I'm asking for people to come out. I'll be at the Classic Barbershop on Main Street, right across the street from the mid-rise, high-rise. We'll be having a little barbecue with hot dogs, hamburgers, and chicken. The meet and greet is for anybody who is not registered to vote to come on out. We can do it online, or we can give you the paperwork to do it. Just got to turn it in before Tuesday by 7:00 p.m. Again, thank you, Raymond, for giving me this opportunity. I've been trying to get on other different radio shows, but was unable to do. I believe that God is in this. They said, what is your plan? My plan is what God tells me to do. And he's telling me to run. He's telling me that you got to give the people another opportunity to look at hope, to bring hope back to Pleasantville. I believe with God's help and his power that can happen through me as Pastor Jerome Page. Thank you.
Oh, one last question. What's the best way for people to get in contact with your campaign if they need more information?
I have a card there. It has a phone number on it. I have a website, www.jeromepage.com. You can call the number on the card. If I can get that card, I'll give you the number. But it's on the back. You got a one of those QR codes. And the number is 609-380-9607. You call that number, you get my message, and you can leave a message, and I will call you back. Okay?
Right.
But we have early voting June 3rd through the June 8th, early voting, and the main vote is June 10th, 2025 for the primary.
All right, Jerome Page wants your vote for City Council Pleasantville. And you have a way to contact him, and he has pledged to come back before the primary. And shoot, we can do it a week from today, but
let's say booked.
We'll say booked. All right, so
I'll be back
next Wednesday, 8:30. He'll be back. There you go.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
The time is now 9:13, so you have roughly 45 minutes to get to work. This is Atlantic City Focus. No, this is not Atlantic City Focus. This is The Light, powered by AtlanticCityFocus.com.